Welcome to the house Roethlisberger built, Oxford, Ohio, on the campus of Miami University and home to the Redhawks, and we are looking forward to a fantastic game and a full house for this one. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team from the MAC, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Redhawks offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Gabbert. Gets it out fast.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats, because he is not easy to bring down.
And the Redhawks are rolling down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He wants to throw. Got his man downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
On to attempt the try. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it out. It's Reynolds. And the returner is stopped. So the Washington Huskies offense will get the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
And typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. It's a draw. Keeps the legs moving. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
And such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
They'll try the left side. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Latu. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
The receiver on the jet sweep. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's so hard because when they run jet sweeps, they don't always give them the football, and then you got to worry about other stuff. But great job focusing on your keys, seeing the jet sweep, pulling the trigger, going, and getting the speedster on the ground.
Now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted and housed, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense, glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
Looking for a block. It's McDonald. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. It's on target and complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Pulls it and fires to the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Kept it on the ground last time, bringing up a 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Gabbert, feeling some heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to get it through the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Now, that was a blitz from the middle linebacker. That's one the offensive line should have picked up, regardless of what the pass protection was. Sliding or going base man-to-man or fanning out, you generally always account for the middle linebacker. There's no reason to let him run clean like that.
The Redhawks send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
That'll do it here in the quarter, guys, and Miami, Ohio has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. To the air, it's Rodgers. They're setting up the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Looking to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. Still running at the 40. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Huskies moving quickly to the line. They want to just keep throwing it. Pulls it in. It's Boston. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here, putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, the inside give. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? To the ground to try to move the chains. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Yeah, and I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Washington!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. Throws to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Excellent field position here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got it in the middle, it's Boston. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Washington will snap it in the red zone. Looking to pass, it's Rodgers. Quick strike complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The wide receiver shows motion. Turning to the running game on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Grab near the marker, it's Jackson. Give him 6. Touchdown, Washington!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Redhawks offense heads to the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Dropping back, it's Gabbert. Finds his man down the middle. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to move it through the air. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And these edge rushers, man, they're so athletic nowadays. They can get to the quarterback, bend that corner so quickly, get him on the ground before he knows what hits him. How about that defensive end and that speed off the edge?
So they'll try to get it going in the right direction this time, 2nd and long from the 19. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, the offense able to pick up some extra yards after that curl throw there, and because the QB got it to his guy early, he was able to turn around, make a guy miss, and go pick up some yak.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Dropping back, it's Gabbert. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. Line getting set on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, that's a big-time play.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Redhawks.
And man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back, he sees his guy, and he knows he's open, but watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Lining up to add another. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Back to throw, it's Rodgers. Quickly out to the tight end. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. He's gonna pass. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the big fella. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. With the catch, it's Latu. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And in the waning seconds of the 1st half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Absolutely perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Oxford, Ohio. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by acknowledging the sparkling play of this tight end. The guy's like an aircraft carrier out there as a blocker, and then when he releases and shows off that speed and route running, he's almost unguardable. Gotta believe he won't be able to go anywhere in this 2nd half without someone attached to his hip. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Yager Stadium there on Weeb Eubank Way.
And the Redhawks will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They'll keep it on the ground to start the 2nd half. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Looking for room, it's Coleman. Tackle is made after the 1st down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Jet sweep, trying to get the edge. At the 45, on his way. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies. quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he knows how to finish in style, a 66-yarder to the house. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You, keep being aggressive.
To the air, it's Gabbert. Unloads it left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Redhawks will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And that pass picked off. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Back to pass, it's Rodgers. They're working that left side. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the 1st down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Relying on that running game inside the red zone, he picked up 3 to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies!
And how about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3's coming soon.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open in. Nice job between those two.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Gabbert. Fires toward the target. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception for this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
And the Redhawks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Looking for a crease, it's Coleman. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense, giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, that didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Movement here from the tight end. Quarterback on the keeper. Still on his feet at the 45. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
They'll leave it with him. Nice move there. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Finds his tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long, and on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Working his way and keeping those legs moving, picks up 5 down to the 14.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think 1st and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on 1st down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, looking for the score. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game. Pollock, let him cook down here.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation. I'm going to put the ball in his hands, and I'm going to let him throw this football and get a touchdown.
Wide out in motion. They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Knocked down for the tackle.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
And this one splits the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.